Hi guys, Crixus here, welcome to another Ride 5 livery build. Today we are working in a completely different class. I've never made a livery in this class before, it's going to be something a little bit different. We're looking at the EWC, the Endurance World Championships, and we're looking at the RAC41 Rafy Honda. Hope that I pronounced Daffy right. If it's wrong, my mistake. So the RAC41 Rafy Honda, it recently had a fantastic result. They came, I think, second place in the last 24-hour race, and they're in the super stock category, which is quite a big thing for them. So I thought, tell you what, their bike looks fantastic. It's a great achievement for this team. Let's try and put them on the game. So you may be familiar, if you're a Ride 5 player, with this livery, maybe. There was a fantastic EWC livery that was placed for this team. It was created by Milestone's own Canceluca 21. Early on in the Ride 5 life cycle, it was great. That was back when they were sponsored by Chrome Burner, so you may remember the RAC41 Chrome Burner livery that was shared. It's on the Ride 5 Liveries channel. However, I don't think that livery is available anymore. I'm pretty sure, if I'm not mistaken, Canceluca had some corrupted data and lost a lot of his liveries. So unfortunately, that livery disappeared. So to bring the team back to Ride 5 after so long is quite a nice achievement too. It's great to see them back. So the riders for this team, as far as I'm aware, we've got Chris Leach. Chris Leach is a Luxembourg racer. We have Japan's Takeshi Ishizuka, and long-time Ride 5 liveries follower, a lad I've spoke to numerous times, an absolute gentleman, Mr. Kevin Manfredi. And I believe that their fourth, I don't know if there's a backup rider, I don't know how it works in EWC, but their fourth rider is Diego Poncet, a French racer. So unlike the last livery, the Yamaha that we went with, that had tons of stickers. This one is a little bit easier. I didn't really worry too much about the layer limit on this one. That said, the final result is absolutely spot on. It's honestly one of my favourite liveries that I've made in a long time. Just something about it. I do enjoy the Honda. I'm a Honda man. I own a Honda, but just something about the colours, the composition of the stickers and the sponsors and the shapes looks great. So at the end, when we take a closer look, you can let me know if you agree. But we start off, as always, with the beginning. You can see the front of the bike, placing shapes down. I'll tell you what, you might not notice this on camera, it's very, very subtle, but that number 41, I put some like small gradient circles within the white space on that 41. It's very subtle, but if you look at photographs of the rail bike, they actually have some lights that appear underneath the number, so the number lights up during the nighttime portion of the race. I thought that was a nice little detail that you perhaps would miss, so I put that in the 41. I think it looks good. Got some key sponsors on there, the RAC41 sticker, BS batteries, and the Honda. There is some very subtle differences actually between the RM model and the Endurance model. Probably most noticeably is that mudguard. Didn't have a lot of space on that mudguard. I didn't realise it was so small actually. But we still managed to get the right sponsors on there. There was one sponsor that goes on the mudguard and I could not find a perfect picture of it. But it was like a big cartoon, like a white and green cartoon. Anyway, it was blurred as hell on all the photographs I was looking at, and I didn't even attempt it, to be honest, and actually I'm glad I did, because even though that would have been an absolute nightmare on the layer limit, I probably might have not even fit it on. So yeah, in hindsight it wasn't bad that one didn't make the cut. Not sure if you noticed this, but moments ago on the screen you'd have seen when I did the headlights, I put a yellow sticker over the top of those headlights, and then I turned the opacity right down because there is a yellow tint on the rail bike, so that got that yellow tint. So it used the opacity to add that kind of effect. But also you'll notice when you make your own stickers and you put your own stickers on the bike, you can't turn the opacity down on your own stickers. to get around that, you can use the colour of the bike, or whatever colour you're working with, and stick a sticker over the top of it, just like a square. Turn the opacity down on that, and that'll appear as if your sticker was therefore affected by the opacity. And it gets over that little kind of glitch. The Daffy logo with like the split up triangle above it, with like the dash that goes through that splits the triangle. It's part of the logo if you're wondering where that came from on the tank. It's taking shape, isn't it? This was made on the weekend, one of the biggest weekends of the year for me. BSB is back on our screens. I cannot wait. We've also got the World Superbikes on this weekend too. I suspect Nicolo Bulliger will absolutely walk it, so we'll see if I was right when this gets posted. But him in Italy on that Ducati, that's a hell of an advantage in my opinion. But yeah, BSB, I have no idea what's going to happen in any race, in any championship with BSB. I'm very, very excited. So by the time this has been posted, we might have seen a race or two. And yeah, so good to have it back on our screens after so long. I can't believe that the first race is in May. It seems too long in my opinion. Do you have plans to go and see any of the BSB rounds this year? Or the World Superbikes, or even the MotoGP? I think I'm going to try and get to a MotoGP round. I'm thinking of going to Sepang. The Sepang circuit is literally on the doorstep of the Malaysian Kuala Lumpur airport, so it's pretty convenient for me to get to. But I'd love to go and see that. And I would love to go and see the Macau GP. That's on my list. That's not too far from where I am. Maybe not this year, but maybe in future I'd like to go to the Suzuka as well. Maybe watch the 8 Hours, which is it's on theme for this livery. I would like to go and see the Suzuka 8 Hours. I think that'd be quite a good one to go and witness. And there's some fantastic museums and events that go on in Japan where you can see some amazing bikes. So the bike is coming along nicely. Just got to the back portion now. See, instead of making it more difficult trying to cut it out and like follow the contours of the bike, just slap a big white and a black stripe across it and then cut it out with red. Way easier. Trying to get some black to appear on the back of the seat. Sometimes that works, but I'll do it on top in this instance. The real bike has black there, so I'll just add it. It'll be gloss, but never mind. If you do have any ideas for other liveries to do, let me know. You can put a comment below, or you can reach out to me on Ride 5 Liveries and say this one would be a really good one. And if I agree, and I think, hey, yeah, people might like that, I'll jump on it. But I think the next one we'll probably have to do a BSB one. I am kind of known for doing BSB liveries, so we'll probably record a BSB one next. And then I have an idea for a completely different, brand new series. So watch this space. A new series will be beginning next week. And it's good. In my opinion, it's good. Just adding some details on that side. You'll see there was not loads of stickers, but there was some quite detailed ones that used quite unique fonts. Some tank detail. I think we're getting close to the end, but how good does this look? I mean, I'm biased because I made it, but whew, stunning. Put the SEMC sticker on. There was another sticker here that I just couldn't get a good detail on at the front. I just couldn't find a good picture. I was looking all over on their website. I was looking on their Facebook group at the pictures to see if there was a close-up. It was detailed. It was like a picture of something. There's the VP. But you'll see in the end I'm like, well, it's a circle design. What better than put my own logo on? They won't suspect a thing. checking the extra little stickers that Milestone have to see if I can fit any in the gaps, but you can see that we're out of layers, but no bother. I think we've managed to get everything that I wanted in there. Just put some detail in. I put this white texture, turn down the opacity a lot, and it just adds that finishing touch. Really nice. Oh yes, look at that. The EWC Rafy RAC41 Honda CBR 1000. That's gorgeous, isn't it? Wow. The tank texture does appear brighter in the showcase. It looks nice out on track. All of the details on there. My first endurance bike. And guess what? There's a suit. And there's a helmet for the first time ever. Should we go take a look? Here she is. The entire composition. So the helmet was actually, like, I don't do helmets. I'll make it very clear if you've seen other videos. Don't like doing helmets, but this one had a really cute picture of a black cat on it, and it was a pretty simple design. I thought, you know what? Kevin requested it, and I was like, yeah, man, he sent me some pictures of it, and fair, I'll give it a go. It didn't look too bad. So you can download that too. Download the suit. It's going to be RAC41 EWC 2025. Nice, and I'm at Le Mans as well. Of course, I'm at Le Mans. Nice. How cool would it be to have a whole endurance set, like a whole grid of all the bikes? That would be cool. But imagine the hours that would take. Let's pause that 1 minute. Let's just take a 360 view in my stoppy pose. Kevin, if you're watching, what do you think to this, man? That is cool. I'll throw that question out to everyone. Is this nice? Good set? Yeah, look at that. Let's try and show you that cat. There it is. It's like flames, and then there's like an evil looking black cartoony cat. Let's go back down. Wonderful. Also available in nighttime. Look at this picture I took coming up with the big wheel lit up in the background. If you zoom in on that, you can see some of the details with the lights. Here's me going up and through the 24 hours bridge. Spot on. So, I'll get working on the next video. Why not binge watch? Here's one that I highly recommend, and as always, please, a like, a subscription, it really helps. And I'll catch you on the next one. Crix is out.